Hello there, this is Anthony Johnson, and the premise of this video is to discuss derived tables. So we have two tables here. We have the customer table on top, and then we have the fact table and or the weaponry receipts table. So this table is a list of all the transactions that occurred. The top table is just the customer's information. So you see here we have two similar columns. We have a primary key in the customer ID column and a foreign key inside of the cust ID column of the receipts table. So we can do derived tables a few different ways. And a derived table is nothing more than a select statement with a nested select statement in the from clause. So let's just do a mini one. The first one is just going to be on a singular table. So we'll do select all from select from defense dot receipts. And go back up to our select clause. What would we like to see? We'll say sale ID, sale date, and we'll say the sale quantity as well. We're gonna add an additional filter on here where sale quantity is less than 500. And then we have to give our table an alias. As you can see, we still have a squiggly red line here. That's because SQL Server is expecting an alias. So as, we'll say sales details. Now, if you don't want to have it smashed together like this, you can also do single quotes. Maybe I don't believe I have my single identifiers on my identifier quotes. Quoted identifier, I should say. But you typically you'll use square brackets. So let's see what we get here. And as you can see, we have 233 records that are less than 500. That's just a simple, little simple derived table. So what if you don't want to use the star? What if you want to bring back actual column names? You'll reference your alias out here, which is sales details. It may be a conflict of interest because we actually have a column in there named sales details. Let's see if IntelliSense can pick up on this. Okay, let's call this something else. Or let's actually just bring it together. Okay, now let's do sales details dot sale date, and then we can just do sales details dot sale quantity. So essentially it will bring back the sale date and the quantity of the items based off our filtration, which is our word clause, our condition. Still 233 rows, which is expected. So that's two ways you can use a select star, or you can actually reference your columns from your from clause and or your derived table. So now let's go underneath this and let's join tables within our derived column. We're going to take our receipts table, give that an alias, We'll say join. Let's show the customers. C on R dot cust ID equals C dot customer ID. And what we want to see? We want to see the C dot customer name. We would like to see the weapon ID. You know what? Let's see the sales details, and then we would like to see the sale date. Still, we have to put our alias because that's standard with dealing with a derived table. No, we can actually just put our star there just for a placeholder. We can call this cust receipts. No, let's actually put a space there so we can actually utilize it. Okay, so now come up here, cust receipts dot all. We didn't place a filter on here, which is fine. Typically in your facts table, you're just gonna have the ID of the column. So just like we have our customer ID, our cust ID inside of the receipts table, we want to actually see the name with it now. So let's do that. And there you go. Now, what if we want to get a little crazy? Let's see if we can get a little crazy with it. Let's break that down right there. And let's do a row number. Let's do a RN equals row underscore number, open and close parentheses, over, open and close parentheses, partition by, we're going to take this name right here. We want to partition by the customer name. And then order by the sale date. And we can keep it in ascending order since we didn't specialize descending. So let's see what we get here. And you get your 11,911 rows in chronological order based off of the customer name. We partitioned by the customer name. So derived tables are pretty much useful. They're in memory. They belong to the scope of the query, meaning anything that's referenced within this from with our nested query, anything that's within those parameters can be whatever's defined within the from clause can be called to the top select statement and could be retrieved that way. We can do one more. Let's do we can do it like this. Let's place our select here, select star here. We're gonna do select from defense, which is our schema name. We'll do receipts are, what do we want? We want customer ID. We'll do sale quantity. We'll do weapon ID. We'll do the sale date as receipts. We can also join as well. We'll do select from defense dot weapon list. Get an alias of WL dot weapon ID. WL dot weapon name. As weapons. On receipts that weapon ID equals weapons dot weapon ID. Oh. Just add a little separation here. You know what? Let's add one more. Why not? Go big or go home. We'll do join. Select from defense manufacturing dot customers alias of a C. So we're gonna do C dot customer name or ID and then C dot customer name as custos. Now, of course, we have to do our on, so we'll do custos dot customer ID equals receipts dot cust ID. So now this star that we have up here in our first select list is kind of irrelevant, so let's make it a little bit more descriptive. So what we want to see is do custos dot customer name. We're gonna do receipts dot sale quantity times weapons. Actually, we need to add another column, and this is good to show because you see, if we do this, it's only 2 columns within there. This is so limited to the scope of the query that we can just pop in our extra column that we're looking for, and it will appear here, just like that, weapon price. So we're going to sum this up actually. We'll sum this up. We'll call it as total orders. So, and of course, we have an aggregate in the select clause or in the select list. So we have to take our non-aggregated column and put it in our group by. Group by. We're going to steal this name here. Place it here. And now let's execute. You know what? Actually, you could throw an order by on there as well. Let's do an order by. Order by 2, descending. And 2 just represents the ordinality of our select list. We only have 2 columns and we want to organize, we want to order by this column right here, which is total orders, in descending order, meaning the top order, the highest number is going to be on top, the highest to lowest, I should say. You know what? Since we're here, we're going to actually put a format on this column as well to make the code a little more readable. Now, this does make the column a varchar data type. but it's fine. Oh, we gotta put our comma there, not a dot. All right, let's run it. You know, actually, I almost made a blunder. Since I just mentioned that it is of a varchar data type, so it's not going to recognize it. So actually, we're going to go inside of there and take the sum and place it in order by. Now let's run it. And now, as you can see, we have our values. Looks like bang 'em up is they outspend the government, and that's pretty it's a pretty unique case. But anywho, I hope this was helpful. We discussed derived tables. You can do a select star if you like. You can reference, if you only have one derived table there, you can reference that dot star, or you can just do a plain old select star. It's gonna reference anything that's in your actual derived table, which is a select query in your from clause. Hope this was helpful. I hope you can add this to your toolbox. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.